Coming to you from Teachable's otherworldly headquarters, this is Livin' Now.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Livin' Now. I'm Cheech, and we're keeping our eye on what's happening in the future. What if the materials we use every day could heal themselves, just like our skin does after a cut? That kind of self-repair could change everything from medicine to robotics. And now, scientists in Finland and Germany have made a huge step towards that future. They've created a special hydrogel, a jelly-like material that's tough like skin, but can also fix itself after being damaged. By adding super thin clay sheets and twisting polymers like yarn between them, this gel becomes strong and flexible and capable of healing cuts almost completely within 24 hours. When the gel is sliced, its tiny molecules start intertwining again all on their own, repairing the damage faster and better than ever before. This breakthrough could lead to self-healing robot skins, smarter wound dressing, and synthetic tissues that repair themselves without surgery. It's a perfect example of how scientists use nature's ideas to build the next generation of technology. Soft pneumatic actuators, devices powered by air that move with incredible flexibility, are quietly revolutionizing everything from healthcare to robotics. Now, researchers at MIT have developed a cutting-edge design and fabrication tool that could make these actuators faster, cheaper, and smarter to produce. Their approach uses digital knitting. It's like knitting with a high-tech twist. Designers specify stitch and sensor patterns in software. Then a knitting machine creates these flexible actuators integrating conductive yarn that allows the devices to feel pressure and textures. Imagine a soft robotic glove that assists finger movement for people recovering from injuries, or a robotic hand that senses your touch and responds. These actuators could also power wearable exoskeletons, helping restore mobility to knees or elbows. What's exciting is the scalability and precision this method offers, speeding up the design process and reducing costly trial and error. The team is already looking ahead to creating new shapes and smarter software that programs complex sensor-driven movements automatically. This fusion of digital fabrication, smart textiles, and robotics is setting the stage for a future where assistive devices and interactive robots are more adaptable, intuitive, and accessible than ever before. Thanks for tuning in. Now let's look to what's next.
It's been a long journey for me getting here as a coach. I've spent so much of my career trying to figure out how to better my health and the people around me. And I'm just so passionate about making all of our day-to-day lives feel better. Hi, I'm Kailey Fry. I'm a national board certified health and wellness coach with a background in collaborative design and photography. I've spent most of my professional career combining art, science, and healthcare, and that led me to health and wellness coaching. So my coaching practice is specifically, I specialize in helping people with chronic illnesses, adults who are newly diagnosed with diabetes and autoimmune disorders. A lot of chronic conditions they have to make a lot of day-to-day management decisions. So me as a coach, when I'm working with people, it's between the healthcare, health appointments that you're making, I will work with you on making goals and little experiments to figure out what exactly your needs are and how you can make tiny habits work for you. I call them experiments because sometimes goals can feel a little I don't know, serious. And that tiny change can snowball into a million different things that just get better and better and better. So that, I think for me, that's the most gratifying thing of working with people. But I also have seen with my clients that that's also their favorite part of the experience too. Some clients I've had come with me with multiple goals in mind with their chronic illnesses. Sometimes it's more than one, sometimes it's just one major goal. But as you may know, healthcare and your wellness in general is a lot more than just your conditions. So we usually start with a wellness assessment. It's just like a quick questionnaire. And then the first session I have with people is a whole like visioning session. It's a 90-minute session. And we talk at length about like who you want to be, where you want to be with your health, and really getting that vision clear for you and realistic. So that when we do start taking steps, that you do see immediate success, and it's not, you know where you're going, and it's something that resonates with you as an individual to your core, your values in your life, and it's not for anybody else but you. So that's really what sets the stage. So I've worked with clients who are pre-diabetic, have higher blood pressure, like a lot of Americans out there in the world, and want to reduce that, expanding those chronic conditions, right? So a lot of people with diabetes are more prone to heart disease and all these other things that start to pile up, right? So I worked with that client for about a year, and over time I saw their A1C reduced, their blood pressure reduced, their relationships got better, their workload and their work-life balance got better. And it just was amazing to see how the process started with this goal of getting your lab work, like your blood work, better, so that when you go to the doctor, it's like, you're not gonna die, you know? So that's like the goal everybody kind of wants to have, but really it's living. It's living to the best of your ability and being able to experience all the things you want to experience in life. The pathway to success for my clients really comes from initially just contacting me, and we will do a quick like 20-minute consultation to make sure that I'm a good fit for your needs. So it's kind of like a little mini assessment. Sometimes people might need to see a therapist or somebody else with credentials that I don't have. So I want to make sure that we're good for each other first. And from there, it's really up to the client on how often we meet. We will be setting like long-term goals and short-term goals. So you'll see success within that time. It's scientifically proven that the best effective behavioral change happens, it takes about 3 months to really set in. So that's why we start with the 3-month process. And then from there, if you want to continue, then I do monthly packages and one-off packages as well. If you're a healthcare provider, therapist, naturopath, endocrinologist, just family practitioner, whoever you are, if you would like to work with me so I could also assist your patients along their healthcare journey, feel free to reach out to me. I have information for you on my website. There's a for providers section. Just click on that and you can read all about how we can work together, CPT codes that may work for you and me working together. There's information there. Yeah, go to my website, kfrycoaching.com. Something I've been working on is creating a toolkit for newly diagnosed diabetics. It would probably be good for people with autoimmune conditions as well. It's a 10-part toolkit, so there's a lot of different things going on there, but depending on your needs. So I'll walk you through tips on having your first pharmacy visit when you're, especially for type 1 diabetics, it's a very overwhelming process of getting everything you need. So I have a checklist for you to get that all set up for you. Emergency posters to help you share what to do in an emergency with people you work with, family, friends, etc. Put it on your refrigerator. Medication reminders and like when to refill, when to do what. It can be a mess with insurance, so I have little tips in there. My favorite piece that I'm putting together is a care team builder, because healthcare is so crazy. There's so many different people that you might need on your team and some that you might not even think about. But really, I want you to have all the resources you possibly need. So that's a fun thing to kind of explore. If you want to work with me, the best way to do that is to visit my website, kfrycoaching.com. KFRY coaching.com.
Is there a topic of something that's been like bubbling up for you, as I like to say?